Hello, 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 everybody, everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the seas. This is me ranting. This is real talk right here. If you click onto this video, you are warned. I am saying my own opinion and my own opinion only. If you disagree, that's totally up to you. You clicked on the video. Just a heads up. I still find it crazy when people struggle when you have two incomes. It still bothers me, guys, literally. So what I mean, some people are all over the place and they don't like, oh, hold on, let me get this. All right. So when it comes to two incomes, guys, two incomes. If you don't know what incomes is, it's a basically how much you make. It's the money you make at your job. It's finances. It literally is everything to freaking live life these days. Like, so the way I see it, guys, I don't know why so many people are struggling big time when there's two incomes. Now, I understand when someone isn't working, someone is out of commission, like you got to hold the fort down. So either it's her or him that lost their job, and you're basically providing for both of y'all. Let's get my that lost. So you're just basically teeter-tottering, and that's very understandable that your income or your finances or whatnot is downhill and it's going, you know, because of the factor of, oh well, we can't pay rent because you don't have a job. One person doesn't have a job, so he or she has to have a job to have both incomes to make it. Now, back then, yes, I was brainwashed the same way like everybody else is, that yes, it takes two incomes to, well, it's kind of not brainwashed, but it's kind of like what I say it. It takes two incomes to survive. And I just leave a little silence. And you know what? Over the time, I did realize that quote, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But it's so like I'm looking at couples that are struggling so hard, and they're struggling around 40 years old, guys. 40, 30 years old. And I understand people struggling when they're around 20. The max I see a struggle is 27. That's the max. I think that's where the deadline goes. Because in my brain, guys, I'm not going to be struggling that freaking much. If you have two incomes, there should be no freaking excuse to save. You got to save. You have to save. And I just don't understand. I can't put two and two together. I know the cost of living at an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment, has gone up to, let's just say 1,300, one-bedroom apartment. And maybe I'm wrong or maybe I'm not, but let's just say 1,300. With two incomes, you should be making it, whether regardless if you have $13 or $14 an hour. Really, regardless. I barely see the minimum of $12 an hour. Even if so, your $12 an hour, you add that up. You add what his income and what her income is going to be, and then you combine it, and then you say, okay, 1,300 plus and if you got utilities such as gas, water, trash, stuff like that, you gather all that information and start figuring out. I personally, well, we'll get to me personally, but I'm just going to speak my facts right here. So, oh, we got to turn on the little light. Doing rotational likes, guys. So I have met so many couples that are struggling, and today I saw one too, and it's all like I just hate it. I don't understand. It's like, can you not do your finances correctly? I'm so confused. Like, I really get confused. I mean, in two households, you should be able to make it plus more. And it's all like, don't, the problem with people and money, and I said this in my video a while back about money, this, money, that, money, this. The problem with people is when they see a bunch of money in their bank account, they go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And they're like, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and go out to a big fancy dinner. Or you know what? Let's go ahead and let's buy a new vehicle. Let's go ahead and buy a whole house. And they get so fancy dancy on themselves because they see that little maybe $600, $700 little there. And it's all like, bro, save it. Save it. I mean, right now to get a house, of course, you have to have a good down payment or whatnot. But do you catch my drift? So let me go get my other cup, because this is where it's going to get to my part, the way I see things. So in my part, guys, and again, I'm not trying to be cocky or whatnot. This is just facts right here. This is just facts right here. In my part, guys, I live by myself. I pay bills by myself. I don't have a car note. I don't have high maintenance on myself. I just basically pay the bills, the rent, my phone, electricity, internet. I pay all that myself, all of it. And it would be so good. I'm not going to have one because I don't like the fact of roommates or a significant other. But if I was to have a significant other or a roommate, bro, I would be saving so much money. I literally be saving six, maybe $700 per check. And that's what I'm so mind blown. I live by myself. I pay everything by myself. And it's all like, well, if I cut that in half and I had a roommate or a significant other, literally, I got what, $500 extra out of my paycheck to save. And it's all like, you add that up like 500 to 500 a year. And literally, if we cut the cost in half of living together, that's what's mind blowing to me. It mind blows me. It just doesn't make any sense sometimes. Two incomes, you should be able to make it. If one is not working, it's very understandable. I'm just very frustrated that I have to keep seeing people struggle. I told everybody just in the beginning that maybe 27 is a good time to stop struggling and not struggle anymore. So when I say 27, it's because that's where I found my loop. I found my oomph. I said to myself, I don't want to struggle no more. I'm going to gather as much money as possible, not spend it, not even trying to be cheap. I'm just trying to, not fine dine. I got my own things. Luckily for me, I like McDonald's. I like Burger King. I like hot wings. I get what I want, basically, and still have money left over because my finances is still all right. And that, again, I guess because I'm a very independent person, I see things differently. And some couples, when they're like struggling with money, and I'm all like, how are you struggling with money? Isn't he's working, you're working, you should be constantly at work. There should be money in the household. If you split everything 50-50, there should be. Like, I just, it doesn't run my head. And on top of that, when couples have kids, oh, Lord have mercy, that's a story for another day. And this is literally why whenever we're, like, I'm single, I have no kids or whatsoever. Give me a sec, guys. I have no kids whatsoever. However, when you talk to a single person like me, you're like thinking to yourself, how in the world can you have kids and I don't even have money left over for myself? There's a lot of people like that, guys, that are single and they're questioning how the heck does couples have kids and they don't even have any money left over from themselves. How can you provide for a kid and provide for the two significant others? Like, okay, again, this is why I get frustrated for. I really get frustrated for. And I don't know. You should be making it. You really should be making it. Hands down. And I gotta say that I have grown so much as a person to where it's like, if there's a couple that needs financial help, I'm not saying give them money. I'm saying give them financial advice. I would be there and tell them how to save. It's not that hard. Also, it's a brain mentality you have to have in your brain to figure out if you actually want that thing or not want that thing. Because some couples, they struggle. They're like, oh, look at this, I want that. You can have that, but it's going to come with consequences that you may not have money later on in the future. There's some guys out there that don't know how to drink and they spend all their paycheck on alcohol or whatnot. And then it's all like, well, aren't you supposed to pay this and this and that? Oh no, I have to drink my alcohol. And it's a continuous little cycle some people go through. But I can't come to realization on that, because again, if I had someone here helping me with my rent and helping me with my bills, I literally would have $500 left over. Cut that in half. I'm just gonna throw numbers out there. I'm just gonna throw $1,000 for the actual rent themselves. Of course, you got utilities. Since I live by myself, it's less. But I'm just gonna put $1,000, and then if you get your paycheck is 1,200, 1,300, and you're like, dang, you must be making the bank or whatnot. It doesn't matter. You could be literally at $900. You can have $9,000 to $1,000, and then you cut that in half. Literally, you got 4,000. Okay, the rent 4,000 here, and then the rent, and then you got a little extra to spend. Like I still, it bothers me and how y'all don't know how to finance. Some people don't know how to finance. Like the struggle when I see that, the struggle, it bothers me. And then people wonder how I make it and living on my own. And so like, I'm just making it with myself. If I had extra help, bro, I would be banking right now. If I had extra help getting on my finances or income, yeah, I would bank it. Of course, I don't want that extra help because I don't want a significant other. I don't want a roommate because roommates are just freaking annoying. And so like, no, I like peace and quiet. This is where I want to be, peace and quiet. So this is what I have it. But I said, if I did, I would be saving so much money. So I don't know. You got to pick yourself up. There's going to be times where you don't have money. You pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. Tell yourself you're not going to struggle no more. Tell yourself that it's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. Just spend what you got to spend. And you, of course, think about what you're going to spend on. You don't have to go all high maintenance on yourself. Just do what you got to do in life and let life process itself. That's the way my mentality is. It's like, okay, I'm living my life. I'm doing what I got to do. And you get what you want to get. Like everything I have in this apartment here, I work for it. And I just bought everything I needed all at once, basically. Well, time by time, because it's over 8 years. And I don't need anything else. I really feel like I don't need anything. And so I'm like, okay, well, I bought the things that I want to buy. I made my comfort zone the way I want my comfort zone. So I don't know. It's just a matter of financing and how to finance. It's something that needs to be said. Well, it has been taught in school, but couples need to figure that out. You can't be 35 years old or past 30 years old and struggling. If I see a 40-year-old struggling, I'm like, bro, you should have struggled around 27, 23. 24. That's when life was struggling. And you still don't know how to do finances and you're freaking 40 years old. That gets me confused completely. So guys, I find it crazy when people struggle when you got two incomes. It makes no sense. I see a couple of people that just joined. If you see this video after the fact, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know, are you struggling with two incomes? Because it's mind-blowing for me. And let me know in the comment section down below. Is it because your lifestyle that you're struggling? Or is it because your jobs don't pay enough? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.